All right, good morning, everyone. Let's start with Nasdaq. I already put some zones up, but let's just restart here. All right, on the 4-hour time frame, we have a couple zones. We have this 4-hour supply zone. Wrong tool. 4-hour. I'm pretty sure we had a couple 4-hour zones. Why is NQ so choppy? I mean, I could think of a couple reasons, but who knows? Something I did notice about about NQ is the opening that it had yesterday was pretty crazy. It gapped down, went down basically 1%, and now it's back up to almost fully recovered. So I think overnight there was really good volume. So I'm hoping that since overnight was good volume, that hopefully today's open is gonna be strong. But we'll see what happens. We'll see, cause the pattern I've been seeing with February is just choppy open, and then better price action later in the day, which for me is not good. Okay, I like good, clean moves right at open. Like we have seen it this month, but not as consistently. Like Friday, I think we saw a really good move on Friday. Yeah, this long right here. I think it was really good opening on Friday on Nasdaq. On US 30, I don't know what she was doing. I mean, I low key don't want to trade US 30 because I lost on it so much last week. But I know if I see a setup on US 30, I know I would take it. So we'll see. But I will say last week, like, I definitely got very chopped up on US 30. Alright, well, I see this 3-hour demand zone here on NASDAQ, a 4-hour supply zone up here. I think if eventually I take longs, this 4-hour supply zone would be a good target. In order for that to happen, though, it would just need to break past these highs. We'll see how strong the opening is. Down to the 2-hour time frame. This could be a 2-hour supply zone here, but there's already a 4-hour zone there, so I'm not going to mark it. This looks like a good 2-hour demand zone. Like, this looks like a really good zone. It's just, it's weird because it gapped down. So, I'm not sure if I should mark it like this or like this. I'll probably just mark it like this. How I usually mark it. It just looks really, really weird. This 3-hour demand zone is also a 2-hour demand zone. So I'm thinking if price comes down to this area here, this 3-hour demand zone, I'm thinking it'd be the main trade. So either longs off of here. If I take longs, I'd probably just target, maybe even VWAP. Realistically, if I was in this long, I would try to target VWAP, but actually, yeah, VWAP. That'd give me a good enough move. Or if the shorts come in, then I would take shorts from there. If I take shorts from here, I would expect a good move down. At least to the 600s down here. Alright, let's see if we could find another zone. Okay, this looks like a really good 1 hour demand zone here. Which we also tapped into yesterday overnight. And so far we've bounced off of it. Doesn't mean I'm bullish. That's just what happened. Maybe it could happen again once the market opens up. We'll see. Okay. Don't see much. I mean, this 1 hour zone also looks like a 90-minute zone. Yeah, I'm gonna mark it as a 90-minute. Okay, 45-minute time frame. Oh, I saw this earlier. This clean 45-minute demand zone here, which same thing we also bounced off from. And I would take a trade off of this area here. I think the price action on it has been clean. So same thing. If it bounces off of here, I would take long. If it rips past, I would say 890. No, I'm sorry. 888. Below this line here. But I would see it. I need to see a good close. If I take the short off of this area, I would just target, what is this? 843, this 3 hour demand zone. But I know myself, and I know that if I was in the short, I would want to hold it to at least 240 ticks or 60 points, which I think we could definitely hit, because right below this 3 hour demand zone is that 90-minute zone. And I think that'd be a good trade. Yeah. Okay, let's see if I see any other zones. What's the max you can make on Apex, like with the consistency rule? I mean, for me right now, since the profit that I need to make is 2,000, 30% of 2,000 is 600. So that's why I'm only looking for $600 or even 500. I'm really just looking for base hits, which for me is like a 1 to 2. Just double what I risk. This here also looks like a 30-minute demand zone, which I don't need to mark because I do have this 90-minute zone here, but I'm just going to mark it out. I think it's a clean move up from that area. And I also, yeah, I saw this strong 30-minute supply zone here. Whoops. 30-minute. So I was thinking if price somehow gets above basically these highs here, above maybe 2100, then I would expect it to be something like this, at least to this 30-minute supply zone. If you look at the 30-minute supply zone, it's a very strong zone there. So that's why I think it'd be a good target. Alright, I don't see anything else on the 30-minute time frame. So 15-minute. Okay, this is also a 15-minute demand zone. Very clean. I'm gonna also mark out this gap up here, which the market created yesterday on the opening. 15-minute. And I'm also just gonna color it orange. That's just what I do. This is a 15-minute supply zone here. Whoops. Okay, I don't see anything. This is also a good 15-minute demand zone, but it's already a 30-minute, 90-minute, so I'm not going to bother marking it out. Ooh, I will mark out this one here. 15-minute. Alright, I'm also just not going to chart too far away. I don't want to waste time doing that. I feel like last week I did it a lot and the market just barely moved. So I'm not going to waste time marking far away. like I did last week. This looks kind of like a 10-minute zone. I'll mark it out, but I don't think I would take a trade off of it. Okay, on the 5-minute time frame, this is also a 5-minute demand zone. And that looks like that's it for Nasdaq. I think on Nasdaq there's really good zones. The only thing I don't like is just this gap here. It makes it weird for me to draw the zone, because it's like I normally don't draw the zone on something like this. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm low-key hoping when the market opens up that it goes down at least to the 900s. That way I could take a trade off of these zones down here. Alright, anyways. Let's see what US 30 has. She was toxic last week, so we'll see. We'll see. Let me see. I'm going to be extra picky with US 30. Yeah. I mean, look at this. Look at the daily time frame. Look at last week's price action on it. It looks gross. Even on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, this is a 4-hour supply zone. 4-hour demand zone. This looks like a 4-hour supply zone here. Let me zoom in. How is the consistency rule on alpha futures? I'm not 100% sure. It depends on what account you have. I do think for one of the accounts, it has 0 consistency, but it's like more expensive. So, but it depends on what account you have. This looks like a 3-hour supply zone. And this 3-hour demand zone, which the market bounced off from. I like that. The only thing I don't like is these wicks down here. Don't like that. On the 2-hour time frame, this looks like a 2-hour supply zone. Probably won't mark it out since I have a 4-hour zone right there. This is also a 2-hour demand zone, which I won't mark since I already have the 3-hour zone marked out. Okay, this is a good 1-hour supply zone. Alright. Oh, this looks like a really good 30-minute supply zone here. This one right there. Okay, this looks like a good 15-minute demand zone as well, which the market bounced off from on Friday. I mean, now that I zoom out, it doesn't look that good because this second candle just has a huge wick. But I'm going to leave it like that. The main reason I'm leaving it is just because of this bounce here. I really like that. Alright, I don't see anything else. Alright, I like the zones on US30. I do. This is also a small 5-minute supply zone here. I haven't gotten any payouts with alpha futures. But I also haven't heard of people really getting denied. Maybe like once or twice. Alright, the dog literally this is like the first time they start barking today. It just it has to be while I stream. 5 minutes, okay. Alright, let me see what I'm thinking on US30. Since it's going up, I'd probably take, I know for sure I'd take a buy if it closes above 650. If that happens, this would kind of be the trade right here. If we get above this 3-hour supply zone, 50% line. So if it closes above 651, 650, around this area, I would go long, and I would expect it to at least go to 738, which is this 4-hour supply zone. I know myself though, if I'm in this long, I would want to hold it to at least either 100 points or 120 points. Okay, that's the trade right there. Another trade idea could be if it comes up to this area and we start rejecting it, then I would take shorts. If I take shorts off of this area, same thing. I would try to target at least 120 points. Where's VWAP though? Oh yeah. If I take short, I would target VWAP. But I'd close it out around 120 points. Because that's just what I need. I don't need any more. If the market opens up and it comes down here, same thing. They're long or short off of this 3-hour demand zone. Which I really like this 3-hour demand zone because we already bounced off of it. So that's a good sign. I also like this 3-hour supply zone up here. Since same thing, we tapped into it and rejected it. I do like that. The only thing I don't like about this 3-hour supply zone is that it's big. So that's the only thing though. It seems far away now, but I think if the market opens up strong, it could easily get up there pretty quick. So we'll see. Now I'm just gonna do support and resistance. I was thinking the other day, I was like, damn, maybe I should just not use my white lines. Then I was like, you don't have to fix something that's not broken, you know? Like, I like the white lines. I like using them. Just because other people think they're messy doesn't mean I should stop using them. If I like the white lines, I'm going to use the white lines. That's just what I told myself. I really do. Even though I don't really use the white lines to get into trades, I do like seeing price respect the white lines. It gives me some sort of confidence. Oof. This looks... There we go. Alright, that's enough for that. I'm not going to chart too far away because I already learned my lesson from fucking last week. I was marking like if a crazy move was going to happen, like I never got that move. What I do know is that there's going to be some type of news that comes out, and like then we'll really break out of this area that we've been in with US30 and Nasdaq. It just is about the timing. When is that going to happen? Don't know. It seems like it's going to happen soon. I mean, if you guys look at the news, it just looks like some shit's about to go down. But we'll see. We'll see. Also, if you look on Twitter, you'll see just a bunch of stuff about Trump and what he's doing, what he might do, what he might say. Yeah, I should really mark out these wicks. Are you training with Apex right now? Yes, yes. I only have 1500 to 1800 on the accounts, which isn't that much, but if I blow these account, like I'd have to go on another losing streak, which is possible, but we'll see. I got a good feeling. I think the only way I would blow these accounts is number one, if I go on tilt, which I don't think is gonna happen because I'm actually trying to get another payout off of these. Or if I get another losing streak, then I think I'll blow the accounts. But if I blow the accounts, like I don't think I should be so stressed out about losing them because I already got a payout out of them. So the return on investment was already good. So what I would do if I blew these accounts, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get 20 more accounts since they have a sale right now. Try to pass them and just have them in case I do blow these accounts. Another reason why I should get more accounts right now is because yes, they do have a sale, but also I don't want to get banned. Like, it's definitely a possibility. I've heard of people getting a payout from Apex and then they get banned. But the good thing about me is that I haven't gotten funded many times. So I don't think I'm close to getting banned just yet. Because I actually don't have too much experience with Apex. It's just recently that I've been trading with them. But that is a possibility. And if I get banned from Apex, that would suck. That really would. So I'm hoping it doesn't. At least I'm hoping if it does happen that like I already got a really good run from them. You know, that's what I hope. So we'll see. Okay, we got 9 minutes. I'm on good timing. I finished early. Why would they ban you? Because I've heard if people get like a really good payout from Apex, or even a couple payouts from Apex, you'll get banned from, what is it called? From evals. Not your fundeds, your evals. But once you lose your fundeds, you won't be able to buy any evals. So you're basically banned. Or on probation. I don't know what they're calling it right now. Yeah, I got banned. Can't buy no evals. I had a few payouts. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm hoping that if I do get banned, I would already like run it up. That's really what I'm hoping for. If I get banned, I hope I ran it up really good. I feel like they should actually do a live trader program. Cause I've never heard of a trader with Apex going to live, which I do find weird, cause that is the point of most prop firms, or they make it seem like that's the point, like Tops Up, but I've just never heard of people actually getting moved to live with Apex. I've only heard about them closing accounts and then getting paid out. I thought you weren't trading today. Why wouldn't I be trading today? If it was FOMC week, probably wouldn't be trading today. Monday, Tuesday. But it's not FOMC week. It looks like a regular week. There is a couple high impact news. Today we have high impact 10 a.m. news and tomorrow as well. So we'll see how that goes. I did want to check this. Yo. Okay. All right. Never mind. I thought Trump was speaking. I don't think he is. It just says he has a ceremony at 10 a.m. I'm not sure if he's going to speak. Maybe he is. Hopefully not, though. It's at 10 a.m., so we'll see. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, Apex doesn't have a live port. They don't, right? It's like unheard of. Apex doesn't ban affiliates on some sketchy shit. That's what I've heard. But I have seen people that are affiliated with Apex still get banned. So I'm not sure. We'll see. But like if Apex doesn't ban affiliates, if that's actually real, which I don't know if it's true, I would just tell other people become an affiliate with them so you don't get banned. You know, you gotta play the game. Well, you checked for news just now. The website is called marketedge.ai. Nasdaq can go both ways, to be honest. Yeah. Is really choppy though. I don't like this price action here. So I definitely want to see a good opening with good price action. I do like the volume we had overnight. I think it was really good volume. Apex bans affiliates. They just banned Brian Stunk and put him on blast. I didn't know he got banned. I saw something about him, but like I just like scrolled past it. That makes sense now. As I heard people were getting like emails about it. That's crazy that he really got banned. But it's just like, why would you go for such a big, insane payout? Which, like, it sounds cool until you get banned, you know? And it's also unnecessary. If the payouts are capped, why are you getting 100K days? Like, actually, that's what he was doing, which is insane. I heard that too, that he was hedging. But I feel like if he was actually hedging, I feel like if he was hedging, I feel like someone would have already caught on earlier, right? I don't know. The email was about him. Yeah, I know. I saw that. I didn't know he got banned though. That's tough. I mean, what happened to his accounts though? I haven't been on Twitter, so like I'm a little behind. That's crazy though. He still pulled over 600K from them. Took a minute to ban him. Oh, that's done. Then he's fine. Especially if he was an affiliate. He got way more than that, most likely. Why the switch to Alpha Futures over Top Step? Top Step has just been weird. I would still trade Top Step because they are a good prop firm. They do have really good rules, but it's just a lot of things that they've done at this point that's just like weird. It's like weird business, you know? It just makes it makes them seem like they're bad to do business with. I don't know. They've done weird stuff. They have. Plus, I think with Top Step, like you really only have one choice. You have one set of accounts. With other prop firms, you have like 3, 4 accounts to choose from. So you can choose what rules you want to play with, you know? With prop firms, it's like you can't really stick with one. You have to trade a couple of them, especially if you want to scale up. Take profit traders a go. Damn, I'm starting to think about take profit trader. I might get back with them. But it's just a trailing drawdown. But even with Apex, they had trailing drawdown. It wasn't too bad. But I like take profit trader. I like their rules. It's just, again, the trailing drawdown. But I know if you follow the rules, you'll definitely get paid. So we'll see. We have 30 seconds here. Okay, not that. Okay, here's the market open. Yeah, US 30 and Nasdaq look very similar, which I do like. I feel like last week they were very different. US 30 looks like it tapped this 30-minute supply zone. I like how Nasdaq looks though. I'm gonna look at Nasdaq more. Let's see, if Nasdaq closes above 44, I would go long. It could reject this area. The only way I would take shorts from here is if it gets below 972, but at that point, like, the stop loss would be a little too tight. We'll see. So far it is rejecting. Oh my gosh. Look at US 30. We'll see how this next candle closes. I'm looking at US 30. If it closes above 767, is rejecting it. So far, US 30 has rejected this 4-hour supply zone. So far. If US 30 gets below 640, then I'm going to short it. If it breaks the highs, then I don't think it's going to short. I think it'll make a better move higher. We'll see. Got one more minute for this 5 minute candle to close. I'm also just keeping an eye on Nasdaq. If it does close above 0.43, then I might look at Nasdaq more. We'll see on this last minute though how it closes. Yeah, if Nasdaq breaks this wick here below 59, then I'm gonna take a short. Let's see. All right, that was a 5 minute candle. All right, I'm in a short here on US 30. I'm gonna put my stop at 709. I'm gonna try to target VWAP around 538. All right, I'm gonna mute myself. They're going crazy. All right, I got stopped out of that. Honestly, I don't even want to trade US 30 anymore. Like, I'm losing way too much money on US 30. It's insane. I don't know. I feel like I still like the shorts, but maybe I would just have to wait for extra confirmation. I mean, the shorts don't look that good yet, at least on the 5 minute time frame. Bro, why are they even bark? Hold on. All right, I'm back. I don't know. The only way I would take short again is if it gets below 644. I mean, Nasdaq's going down. All right, I'm short again on US 30. I'm literally risking it for the biscuit because if I win this trade, it'll be the first winning trade on US 30 I've had in like literally 2 weeks. So we'll see how this plays out. Okay, I mean, I like that 1 minute candle close. With this trade, I'm just hoping it goes back to at least VWAP. But I could see it bouncing off of 578. All right. Well, this is good. I'm break even on the trade. We'll see what happens. All right. It's about to touch VWAP, which is, this would have been my take profit here, but I'm going to try to hold it for at 1 to 3. Oh, Nasdaq went down as well. Nasdaq went past VWAP, which I would say is good for me since I'm in a short on US 30 and I do want it to break past VWAP. So I'm kind of hoping that US 30 follows Nasdaq here. Okay, this is a good TP. I'm going to trail this here. I'm going to put my stop at 44. I do think it's a good take profit here. Okay, I'm out of that trade. That trade, like, didn't even pay me that good, but I'm just gonna call it a day because I took a loss. And I mean, if I didn't lose that first trade, this would have been my full TP. So I'm not gonna be too greedy. And yeah. I mean, it does suck. But I'm glad I won the trade. I'm glad I won the trade. I think this is my first winning trade in like a couple days here. Let's see. Slow and steady wins the race, baby. So I'm taking it slow. Yeah, this is a good winning day. Just gotta take it slow. Yeah. Oh, first winning trade in 2 days. It would literally felt like, I'm not joking, like 2 weeks. Because it felt like I was losing so often. But when you zoom out, it's just 2 red days. I mean, my calendar for February still looks tough. It does. It definitely looks like I've been struggling. I mean, this Monday should be green, but it's red right now because it hasn't loaded. But it's been a tough month. Oh, it's also the first Monday that I've traded in 2 weeks. I would have taken shorts on Nasdaq as well. Basically, this kind of the same setup happened, but with US 30, the reason why I took the shorts twice, even though I got stopped out the first time, the reason I took shorts was it tapped into this 4 hour supply zone, and ever since that we kept wicking off of the zone and breaking the wicks to the downside. So I will say this first entry, I shouldn't have put the order to that close. I should have put it where my second entry was. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. And this shit is going down. It's going down. I'm gonna call it a day though. I think taking that first loss, like, I mean, I can't even be too mad. I would have taken it again, but the reason I say it should have been lower is it should have been below this first green candle. That's where the second entry was, and it was perfect. TP3 also hit, so maybe I could have held it longer. But I was just thinking it wicked off of VWAP. I mean, I don't know. I think there's really good moves. On Nasdaq, it looks really clean, somewhat clean. On the 5 minute, it's a clean sell-off. Let me zoom out though and see what this looks like. Oh yeah, US 30 just looks like it rejected these highs, which looks like it's the top of the range. So I wouldn't be too surprised if today we actually break below this range and break to the downside. That'd be good. I think if we do end up breaking lower today, I think we'll see really clean price action throughout the week. That's what I'm thinking. It's funny too because I saw it rejecting this and I wanted to go in short, but I also wanted to make sure that if I took a trade, like, it would have been a trade that could be repeatable. You know, if I took it up here, it just would have been, oh, like, I feel like it's going to short from here. But I needed to wait for confirmation. And I did, and I won the trade. So that's good. Definitely helps with the confidence for the rest of the week. Especially since, again, I've been losing a lot recently. Let's see if this loaded up. Okay, it hasn't. Oh, okay, it did. Yeah. It's been a hard month. Gold is the way for you, yeah. I've heard a lot of good things about gold. I wish I knew how to trade it. But I think if I ever trade gold, I would swing gold. I think gold is really good to swing. But scalping gold, I back tested it and it wasn't that good for me. It wasn't. That was a nasty short. Like I said, I think the selling looks really strong. It might be strong enough for it to break out of this huge range that we've been in for 2, 3 weeks now. So we'll see. I also said that if we actually do break out of this huge range, I think we should see better price action throughout the week. Damn, Loki want to take another trade. Looks like the longs are gonna come in. I'm not gonna take another trade though. I did just hit a 1 to 2, but usually I don't know. It does look like the longs are gonna come in on US 30. I'm not gonna do it though. I already know my plus setup already came. I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna chill out. It's only Monday. It's only Monday. And I got a little bit of money in. I'm definitely struggling to call it a day though. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely want to keep trading, but I'm not. I'm not. Let's journal this and then I'm gonna call it a green day. Cause you know what would suck is me taking another trade just to make $200, and then I end up losing. That'd be a bad feeling. Okay, good thing I didn't take the long. I would have gotten stopped out. Yeah. Damn. Like it's moving good on NQ, but on the 1 minute time frame, it looks very choppy. It looks like it chops and then it makes a clean move, and then it chops again. US 30 looks clean. Okay, let me screenshot this. The first loss was here. I really got wicked out of the first trade. Usually, if I take a trade, I try to have my stops at the highs, which is also another reason why I wanted to get in early. That way, my stop could be at this high here, but then I also wanted to wait for extra confirmation, which is why I didn't take the short that early. But again, if I did, it would have allowed me to have a way better stop loss. And I probably wouldn't have gotten stopped out on the first trade. Either way, though, I think today I did pretty good. Obviously, I haven't been doing that good this month. So, getting a win definitely feels like I'm getting back into it. Another thing is like when you're taking a lot of losses, you tend to get like more money hungry. Um like even with me right now, I've been taking a lot of losses and I'd be fine with this win, but there like most of me wants more money because I've been losing a lot. So it's just something you got to stay aware of. Sometimes you definitely got to stop thinking about the money and just think about what you should be doing. For me, for example, usually after my first win, I call it a day. So if that's usually what I do, why would I change it now? Because I just want more money, you know? Took shorts on US 30 after it tapped a 4-hour supply zone. Got stopped on the first trade. This is good though. I really like seeing a winning trade. It makes me feel better. So I might as well end the day green while I can. How does it feel after you made 40K? Doesn't it make you want more? Like it does, but after the 40K payout, like the main thing I'm thinking about is just keeping things consistent, you know? Not trying to get an 80K month or something, you know? Just try to stick to 40K a month. Try to be consistent in some way. Which, even though I've been losing a lot, I have been very consistent with a lot of things. With the losing days, they're consistent. If it's a 5K loss, or sorry, if it's not a 5K loss, it's a 10K loss or 11K. If it's a winning day, most of the time it's 10K. Unlike today, because I took that loss. But yeah, like the winning days and losing days are consistent. It's just I haven't been winning that much. But because I've been able to keep things consistent, I've been able to keep the account still. So we'll see. I think if I get in a small winning streak, maybe I win the next, I don't know, 4 or 5 trades. I think I'll get the second 40K payout. But I just gotta remind myself, like, take it slow, you know? If you rush it, it's the worst thing you could do for yourself. And another thing is just preparing. If I do blow the accounts, it will suck, even though I gotta pay out of them. So just preparing for that by buying 20 more accounts and just passing them, leaving them just in case. Wow, this is a very clean sell-off on US 30. Really like that. On Nasdaq, looks very choppy, but we'll see. A pattern I've seen with Nasdaq is it'll be a choppy open and then it clears out beautiful within like an hour. So let's see how big this opening range was on Nasdaq. Okay, it was okay. 162 points or 650 ticks. I think that's really good volume on Nasdaq. The only thing with Nasdaq, it just kind of looks like it's struggling to pick a direction. I mean, it's still within this pre-market range. The shorts did come in, but they haven't fully continued. They could definitely continue now since it kind of retested VWAP. Wow, US 30 is still going down. Very bearish. If you hold shift and click it, use the measuring tool. Like, I literally knew that and I don't use it. I don't know why. I like make it harder for myself. I like to click this. But I should start using the shift. It's more cleaner. Should start doing that. Did anyone hear about that Justin Whirling thing? I hate to bring it up, but I just recently watched a video on it and I was like, what? Anyone heard about that? Anyone? I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. I'm not sure if it was even real. I don't know. But basically, what I saw in the video was just that he posted a video that he was saying he's basically break even from trading throughout, I don't know, I think it was 5 years of trading. I'm not sure if it's true though. That's just what I saw in the video. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, I don't know. If you guys search up his name, you'll see it on. I don't know. I didn't watch the video, but he's not profitable. The one who said he's not profitable, yeah, that one. He posted a video that says he's not profitable. Well, I didn't watch the video, okay? I literally watched someone that was talking about it. I don't know if it's true or not. I just watched the video and he deleted it as soon as I heard he was faking profits. Yeah, that's what I heard too. Is YM cheaper than M&Q contract wise? Oh yeah, most likely, yeah. Because the what is it called? The fees on M&Q are crazy. But with US30, you don't get much. At least on the regular contracts. PA's trash today. It was good on US30, surprisingly. On Nasdaq, it looks rough. Like the short came in really strong, and then it lost its course there. Have a good day. Thank you too. He took down the video. Why would he post it and then take it down though? Shit, I would have kept it up. I mean, it would have ran up the views. His views would have gotten run up. Everyone's talking about it. Well, at least on Twitter. It's crazy though because um like last year I heard about, well, I didn't know. Someone told me that their friend got mentorship with Justin and it was $8,000, like a crazy amount. And that it was supposed to be a one-on-one and he never did the one-on-one. Now, I thought that was so like fucked up, That's a lot of money and you don't even deliver what you say you are. And then someone posted on Instagram about Justin, and in the comment I saw someone with the same thing. They paid for mentorship and they got kicked out basically, or they didn't get what they were supposed to. But it's still a couple of people just. It's not just one person saying he did this, he did that. It's a couple. So it's like, I don't know, it's just something to watch out for. And then now he's just saying, or I don't know if he said it or what. Oh, look, yeah, he's posting about it. Took down the original video because it was rushed. Oh my god, look at the drop. It's dropping even more. That is crazy. It looks like it wants to. It's not even at the bottom of the range. Oh no, it is. It is, yeah. I'm really hoping this continues to go very low. I think if it does, again, we'll break out of this. Let me make this bigger. We'll break out of this huge range that we've been in for a while. And again, I think if we get out of this, we'll see cleaner price action than what we did last week. That's what I'm thinking. But we'll see tomorrow how this daily candle closes. Oh, he said he's going to be making a new one and posting it. That's crazy. He got rich off of teaching, not trading. Yeah, a lot of people do. That's a huge reason. I've always told myself I want to get rich off of trading, not teaching. Like, if I wanted to, I could have focused on just selling mentorship. I could have focused on that, but I said no. The skill that I want to learn truly is trading. I want to get rich off of trading, not teaching others. I mean, you can make good money off of it, yeah, but I don't want teaching to be like my main income because that's not what I want. I think anyone that does that is like silly. Why wouldn't you want trading to be the main thing? Like, the possibilities with trading are crazy. You fuck with lucid trading? Yo, I was looking at their rules and I really like them. I'm thinking of getting lucid flex accounts, passing those, and then just slowly getting to pay out with those. But yeah, I like lucid. Honestly, I like prop firms that have end of day drawdown, which I know Apex doesn't have it, but Apex does have 20 accounts. That's the only thing I like about Apex. Anyways, if a prop firm has end of day drawdown and good payout rules and multiple accounts you could choose from, so you could choose your own rules that you want to follow, I think it's a good prop firm. It's a huge reason why I like what is called Tradeify, Alpha Futures, Lucid. There's others too. Because you could choose what rules you have to trade with. It's not like Tops Up where they just have. I mean, right now they kind of have two different accounts, but it's the same thing. I also like Tradeify because their options are the best options. They have the best straight to funded accounts, and they have the best accounts when it comes to like daily payouts. I like them. I think there's really good prop firms. There's really good opportunities right now. I don't think prop firms have been this good ever. I think they're at its peak right now. That's what I think. Like, I think we're in a gold mine right now with prop firms. So I feel like eventually prop firms are going to go down. I don't know why. It's a fear. It's definitely a fear. I hope not, though, of course. No, that's crazy, though, about Justin. I thought it was fake, but it's actually real. He said he deleted it, but he's posting a new one. I'll definitely be watching that. I'm going to be watching that with popcorn. Honestly, though, I feel like he's smart for posting it. I don't know why. I think, Like, if you think about it, no other trader really does that. Admit that, like, they're unprofitable. So, of course, when someone does it, especially at his size, it's going to be a big thing. So, at the end of the day, it's just making him a bigger trader. People are still going to follow him, people are still going to buy from him. So, I don't know. I think he's playing it smart, honestly. The prop firms run a Ponzi model. They will eventually fail unless strict rules. And guess who has strict rules? Apex. It's crazy because, like, if you think about it, prop firms, they're not a scam, but if you think about it, they do succeed off of failure. Most people fail because they don't do certain things, like wait for a trade, not be greedy. So if you just, it's not reverse engineer, but if you just do the opposite thing that most people do, you'll be paid by prop firms. It's I like that thinking. That's how I think about it. Like, that it makes me feel better about today. Because most people, I feel like, would have kept trading. First of all, most people with 20 accounts, I feel like most people with 20 accounts, they don't fail, but they definitely get, like, how do I say it? They rush the process, they rush the payout. They don't have a system, so they fail. And then they call it a scam. When in reality, if you just followed a specific system, specific strategy, and you took it slow, you would have gotten paid. But most people don't want to do that. That's how I think of prop firms. It's just like they win off of most people losing, so you have to do what most people won't, and that's how you get paid. Most people do not take it slow. It's a crazy short on US 30. I'm very surprised Nasdaq hasn't fallen deeper. I think Nasdaq definitely has more room to go down, but it's not going just yet. Not yet. Do you still journal your trades? Yeah, I just journaled my trades for today. They're on the free Discord. I will say though, I didn't journal on Friday because I was pissed off. I was very pissed off on Friday. I wanted nothing to do with the charts. I was so pissed off on Friday that I didn't even look at the charts over the weekend, even though I had a losing week. Usually, if I have a losing week, I'll be back testing and stuff. This weekend, complete opposite. Didn't even look at the charts. Didn't want to until this morning. If you have to take the less money route to trade, you should not be trading. You should get a job. Less money route to trade. I'm not sure what type of route that is. Missing 2 setups is tilting me. I'm off break even today. You miss some, you lose some, you win some. Missing them definitely hurts. Because it's like when you miss it, it's like, damn, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. It's always going to be that. It's always going to be shoulda, coulda, woulda. So you might as well be happy with what you did. You might as well think positive. Like with me today, I'm thinking, damn, I shoulda, coulda, woulda held this trade longer. And it would have been fine. But the positive side is I have a green day. So First green day in 2 days. So that's good. Alright, that was it for me, guys. I do love the price action on US 30. I think US 30 looks really good. I will be looking tomorrow to see how US 30 played out. Again, what I'm hoping for is that it stays below this 4 hour range that we were in last week. How long were we? Yeah, we were in this for over a week. Okay, 10 days, which is a while. So I'm hoping US 30 officially breaks out of this area. Then I think we'll see better price action. I was hoping kind of the same thing with Nasdaq, but with Nasdaq it just needs way more selling pressure, and right now it's not doing it. It definitely could still have it though. But I just don't know what time that'll be. Tomorrow I'll definitely check the 4 hour time frame on Nasdaq and see if we're still inside of this huge area that we've been in. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm waiting for. And yeah. Wow, US 30 is still going down. What is US 30? It's YM. It's because I used to trade Forex. If you trade Forex, like they call YM US 30. And it's just, if you search up YM, it has 30 stocks. Just like Nasdaq has 100 stocks. US 30 has 30. Or YM has 30. I don't know though. It's crazy because I get that comment a lot and I'm like, what, you don't know what US 30 is? And it's because they probably traded options or they just started with futures. But if you traded Forex, you most likely call it US 30. It depends what type of trader you are. Alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow. And you guys remember, you don't have to be in the chart 24/7. You don't have to be on the markets for hours every day. Because honestly, what I've experienced is the least amount of time that you spend on the charts, the most money you make. That's what I've experienced. So just keep that in mind.